So it's a good
I'm super
pause
excited.
right there real quick, because that's a really great not stopping point, but that's a great place for me to underscore to the team who I've been really espousing the idea of running recursive feedback loops on anything you want to grow. Like what we talk about is how if given a closed feedback loop and given the right types of stimulus over and over and over again, right? The more you feed in, the more insight you get out, the more you apply that to yourself, the better or more expansive you become, the more data you put back into the loop, and on and on and on. So what you
Yeah.
just illustrated was an example on a more macro scale, right? Of how you built a closed feedback loop on this one particular topic. Sure, it might have like petered out or died a little bit during your Gigster years, but now when you came back and you started working on Standify, you're picking right back up, you're expanding that loop again, and you're actually growing as a person. Similar in the Gary Vee days when I worked with him, he launched an agency called Grape Story, which was about Vine influencers back in the day. And you would have thought that like the shuttering of Grape Story when Vine was killed by Twitter would have been the end of that experience. But then TikTok came along and was essentially the extenuation of Vine. It was basically Vine, but for like a little bit more on steroids and with an interest graph attached to it. And then, of course, if you were good at making Vines 5 years previous to that, you could easily apply that skill set into the world of TikTok. And you saw tons of old ex Vine stars becoming TikTok stars.